Hello YouTube, this is Aaron again. Not doing a review this time. It's fall here in Michigan. I guess it's fall everywhere, but it's fall, and we turn our attention now to hunting in this great state of ours. And I want to hunt in such a manner that I can share that with you. And in order to do that, I got to come up with some scope cam, and I have come up with some scope cam systems that I think will work, and I want to share that with you because I think there are others of you out there who may be just getting into this thing and may want to share some of your videos. And there's a number of ways to share them. You don't have to just necessarily share them on YouTube. You can do it on Facebook. You could even just share them with friends through your iPhone. But we're going to talk about scope cams today, and how to set. What are the types that I use? How much do they cost? How the good and bad of those? How they work, and how best to set them up on your gun. So this is going to be a short video. Then in the end, I'm going to add a little footage from the various systems that I use, just to show you the clarity of them and how easy they are, how hard they are, more difficult to work with. So let's get started with that. Okay. Basically, I have three systems I use. I really have a fourth, but since that one can be used day or night, I'm going to put it with my night vision stuff, which I'm going to do a review on probably in a week or so. But we're going to start with this day vision right now. I have three ways for you to set up day vision. If you saw my earlier video on this, some of this is a repeat of that. And I'll tell you how much these systems cost. That's what's so amazing by it before I get into them. One of the systems will cost you $5 if you use your iPhone and don't count that as part of the value, because that's something you probably already have. The next system will cost you $100, and then the last system will cost you around $170, maybe a little more. So let's first of all get into all three. The first one is very, very simple. All it requires is an iPhone, and right now my iPhone is hooked to the side shot. I'm not going to unhook it, but I'm going to tell you all you need to do. Basically, look at this. This is just two components, okay? And I'll get up here and hold, and I got a second one for a second iPhone over here. I'll bring over two. Basically, there's a piece that you can buy at the hardware store in the plumbing department. And basically, these cases, I ain't gonna lie to you, I see them at these places. They want $5, $10, $15 for them. I go to Goodwill and they have boxes of them, and I just go into Goodwill and I get one of these for 99 cents. And this thing here is I think $1.39. So you got $2.39 here. Basically, the second thing you're gonna want to buy, and it's already got hooked to this X-Lam, so I'm not gonna take it apart, is this piece here that I talked about before, which fits perfectly over this part to make this into an attachment for your scope. Okay. Now, when you do that, be careful, because one of these ends, and I don't know, I think it's made that way. One of these ends is going to be a little bit tighter than the other one. So if you can see here, right here, that's not fitting on there very tight. But I tell you, if I put on that end, it'd be very tight. I just don't have the second one. So basically, all it takes is an iPhone that you would pop in here. This system here that will pop over your scope, and you're shooting. The downside to it is that it's usually so close to your face. For me anyway, I gotta hold the gun far away from my face in order to focus on it. And I can't show that very well, but if this was on the gun and I was down here, I'd have to be back here somewhere in order to see the screen. If you got better eyes than me, maybe you could do it a little bit better. But that is the cheapest system. It's only an iPhone that you connect with this. The down part to this, the only down part to this is, for me, besides the length of distance that you have to be from it, is the fact that every time you get ready to get a shot, you got to hit the icon for the camera. And a lot of time it'll go to camera instead of the video. Then you got to hit the one in the video. Then you got to set how wide you want it or close up you want it. And then you got to hit record. And then you got to pull it up. And then you got to shoot. And that could take some time sometimes. And sometimes it's very, very light out. If you know anything about using iPhones, you have to actually move your finger around to a darker area to get it to darken down or lighten up. It doesn't do it automatically as well as the camera does. That's the downside to it. But the upside to it is you get good videos, 1080p. A lot of these phones now, you can set your frames per second, which is also good. You can even do slow motion, I understand, on some of these. So that's the easiest system you can set up. And like I said, about $5, and you're rolling. The second system is cost me about $100. Okay. This is the one that Ted and Matt Dubber in South Africa was using when I first came on and started to watch them. They eventually moved to this camera. I'll tell you why in a second. But let me just tell you what the model number is. Ken has already bought one, and we're going to be setting that up for him very, very soon. But this is the Casio Exilim EX-ZR1000. Okay. The great thing about this camera is this. This piece that I told you about, this rubber piece that fits over the lens, fits perfectly over the lens cap of this. I mean, perfectly. So it's easy to center, and that's very important. If it's off center, your crosshair is going to be off center. But this fits, if you can see there, it fits perfectly all the way around there. And all you do is you take the glue. You don't want the glue, get the glue on the inside, because this lens actually open and close. So you got to put all of your glue around the edges, so when you push it down, none goes inside. It mainly comes outside. And all I use is epoxy. But the nice thing about this camera is this, is the pop-up lens. When you pop the lens up, if you're shooting up in a tree, if you're shooting on a horizon, or if you're shooting straight, whatever angle you need, this screen is going to pop to that angle that you need to keep that clear. That's what's so great about this camera. And then it pops back down. If you got a flat screen and you're shooting in a pistol, you got to always get that gun above your head. So this is going to work well. Okay. And right now I have on here my side shot. I'm going to take it off for a second, just to demonstrate this. Okay. Basically, all I do with this is take it, slide it on, and I got a little piece of stuff here that I cut out, a little piece of foam that I cut out, that when I set it on there, that thing is stable. And I wish I could show you on video, but I think it's going to be too close for that. Let me see. Yeah, that's not going to work too well for me. But basically, now I can sit with this gun, come down to your level. I can sit with this gun. I can bring it up. But like from here, it would probably work for you, because you probably can see that. My eyes are so bad now that I have to get it to right there. Okay, there's a couple ways around it, and I'll show you in a second. But the nice thing about this is you can hold it in your lap, pop the screen up, and I've seen Ted do this a million times, and I saw Matt do it a million times. Take this thing, level it here, look straight down at it, bam, bam, bam. That's the nice thing about the screen that tilts. And this thing here takes 1080p video also, so it's a really wonderful thing to have. And this camera originally sold for about $350. Now this thing, you can get this thing on eBay since it's older now. You can get this thing on eBay. I think I got it for right around 100, and they may be even less than that now if you can find one. All right. The third thing is the side shot. Now I will tell you, the side shot is my favorite in terms of ease of identifying your target. If it's in the tree, I mean, you're basically just shooting this thing the same way you would shoot if you didn't have this on here. Now I will say that mirror effect in there does darken things a little bit, and the video on here could be a little bit better. But I'm willing to sacrifice that crisp video for a system that allows me to shoot my gun the way I've always been shooting it. This costs about $170, and then you put your iPhone in it and you start your videos. But again, you're dealing with the same thing you dealt with before that I talked about. When I see a target, I have to hit the power button, because you know what you're going. These batteries don't last a long time. You hit your power button, then you're gonna hit video. I'll go ahead and go through it. Hit video, and when the video comes up, you're gonna turn it on, pop it down, hit camera, hit video, hit record, and then bring it up to your target. But the nice thing about when you bring it up, you're shooting this gun the same way you always shot it. It's just an easy, wonderful way of doing it. So the side shot, I think if I had to put this in order in terms of my favorite, I had to go with the side shot because of the ease of shooting. And but the price point at $170 is kind of high. This would probably be in terms of money my second. But if I just want to just do this for a while and not get serious about it, and maybe post a couple of shots and send them to my friend over my iPhone, I'd go with this, because you can hunt all day and you can say, wow, okay, there's a target down there, he seems to be standing still, pop this on there. The nice thing about you can pop this on there, pop it off, throw it down, shoot with your regular gun again, pop it back on there, video something, pop it back off. The ease of this is very, very well. The camera you can do that with too. You can pop it on, do your video, pop it off and shoot, pop it on when you get that type of target, pop it off. Bad thing about this, you got to bring it home, download it to your computer, make it into some kind of video, and that. Here, I can instantly text that shot to everybody I got out there. Hey, wish you were here, checked out this shot. And that is wonderful. I've done that before, where I've sent them to friends. So I would say for you, this would be my first choice for you until you get serious about this. Second would be here, only because of the ease of use and the fact that this video in here, when you turn this thing on, it's already ready to go. You just push the button and you start recording. There is no extra button to push like you do messing around with your iPhone and that sort of thing. Next thing I want to talk about is this, is that what I did, if you saw my other video, I was actually had this on my impact. And I put an extra riser on my impact to push it forward another 6 or 8 inches like I did on the bipod down here. If you can get a scope, get your scope as far forward as you can, that is best. And one thing you can do is you can have 2 scopes. You know, you can have a scope that you shoot every day with, and then you can have a scope, you can take it off, but just mark where it is. Your MO will not change, and you tighten it down, it's going to shoot the same way. You pop this one on, shoot it, pop it off. There's no re-zeroing. You just mark exactly where this thing starts and tighten it up and it's shooting there. And if you can get it way forward, if you can get a riser and get it out here, so instead of seeing that camera right here, you're seeing it about 6 or 8 inches away, you're going to be able to shoot this thing off the shoulder with either this camera, but especially with the iPhone over it. Okay? So that's basically that. All I wanted to talk about today is that I'm going to be trying to post some videos. I already posted one. Those were shot exclusively with the side shot. I want to post more in the future to let you see some from each one of these cameras. Now I'm gonna throw some video on here that I took of shooting some chipmunks. Some of them were taken with the side shot. Some of them were taken with my iPhone, and some of them were taken with my camera here. If it's really, really close up, it was probably my Exilim. Now you're going to zoom this in, because another downside, let me just say this, another downside. These things here, this thing here can zoom 70. This camera can zoom out to 70. Without going into messing around with the pixels. These phones do not have a zoom on them, so when you're zooming with your phone, you're losing megapixels as you zoom out there, because it's a digital zoom instead of a mechanical zoom. Mechanical zoom is always going to suit you better when you're zooming out. I know you can, but a lot of people say just zoom in with your scope here, and I've done that, but sometimes it's really, really hard to find my prey, especially if it's in the tree or something. But you just have to check it out to see what works best for you. But overall, my recommendation would be to go with the $5 iPhone setup first. Look into a camera next, and if you really, really want to get into it, go ahead and pay the $200 for this. But I also say this iPhone you see in here is not my iPhone. My iPhone is on my side. I bought this iPhone on eBay for $40. It's a Motorola 1080p. It's really, really good with video. The automatic setting on it, when it sees light, it actually tries to figure it out all by itself, unlike my other Droid that I had. So this is always on the thing. And another thing you want to do too, if you're going hunting for the day, get you a power pack, because this video is going to start to go, because you're going to have it on a lot. If you can plug that in and tie that battery, Velcro or whatever, to the gun and turn it on, you're going to be able to shoot all day with this, with that extra battery backup on there, that extra charging system. So I wanted to just show you that, to share that with you, to see if there's anyone out there who might be interested in trying some of this stuff. Now I'm going to show you some videos and we're going to end this thing. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope this is helpful to some of you guys.